In the spring of 1863, the Confederate Brigadier General John Hunt Morgan crossed the Ohio River and thus began his infamous raid into Indiana and Ohio. Hoping to rouse the support of Northern sympathizers, Morgan was prepared to kill Union soldiers and destroy Yankee property along the way. On July 26, 1863, with the 9th Michigan Cavalry in hot pursuit, Morgan and his men passed near Saltville, Ohio, with little disturbance. Later that same day, Morgan was captured near West Point, Ohio, and surrendered to Captain James Burbick of the Ohio Militia. It was the furthest northern advance ever achieved by the Confederate troops during the Civil War. The events of July 26th in the year of our Lord 1863 will not soon be forgotten. Having broken off our pursuit of the infamous rebel raider John Hunt Morgan, I and the rest of the 9th Michigan Cavalry returned to Saltville. On our way back to camp, I saw off in the distance a man wrapped in some strange bandages. He was stumbling through the woods. Assuming it was an injured Union soldier who had escaped from Morgan's clutches, I ran to his aid.
Come on and want me!
Eventually, I came out of my stupor and was declared fit for active duty. Since I had no records of my identity, the boys had started calling me John, and eventually they gave me the last name of Shiloh, which is Hebrew for place of peace. Being a peaceful man, I was given the duties of company historian and artist, a role I came to treasure. I had been sent to Mount Sterling, Kentucky, and was assigned to General Stephen Burbridge, who was busy planning our raid of Saltville, Virginia. Saltville was the main producer of salt to the Confederate armies. It had long been a goal of General Ulysses S. Grant to destroy the precious salt works located there. But because of the treacherous mountains surrounding it, Saltville had always been considered too dangerous of a mission. General Burbridge was anxious to restore a sinking reputation that he had earned by his erratic behavior towards Kentucky's citizens, penalizing them for the actions of Confederate guerrillas, forcing farmers and merchants to sell produce and goods to the Union Army well below market value, and threatening to arrest anyone opposed to President Lincoln's re-election. I didn't realize salt was so important, but I learned that it was used to preserve food, tan leather, and was needed for consumption by horses, livestock, and soldiers as well. I particularly enjoyed the salt beef, or salt horse as some soldiers called it. It was the standard army ration of pickled beef preserved in brine so strong it was inedible unless soaked thoroughly in water before cooking. Very often, the pickling process wasn't even successful. Success. Salt beef. Salt horse. Salt Salt. We met up today with members of the new 5th United States Colored Cavalry. They will accompany us on our mission to destroy the salt works at Saltville, Virginia. Colonel James Brisbane was put in charge of the new unit. Unfortunately, his men were made the subject of much ridicule and many insulting remarks by the white troops. In some instances, petty outrages such as pulling off the caps of the colored soldiers, stealing horses, etc. These insults, as well as jeers and taunts that they would not fight, were borne by the colored soldiers patiently. In no instance did I hear colored soldiers make any reply to insulting language used toward them by white troops. We will leave today for Saltville, Virginia. General Burbridge's strategy is very basic. He and General Nathaniel McLean's Kentucky Division will march directly onto Saltville, over 4,000 men in all. General Jacob Ammon will take 800 troops to Bull's Gap, Tennessee to block the Virginia and Tennessee Railroad so the Confederates can't ship out any more salt in the meantime. General Alvin Gillum will take 1,650 men to Jonesboro, Tennessee. Ammon and Gillum will then combine their forces and join the rest of us in Saltville, Virginia. Today we encountered a small unit of Confederate pickets led by the Colonel Henry L. Giltner near Pikeville, Kentucky. We brushed them aside all right and then pressed on through Pikeville and prepared camp for the evening. Giltner was a lithe, graceful man of dignified mien, slightly above medium height, symmetrically proportioned, dark complexion, hair and beard black as the raven's wing, gray eyes, and about 33 years old. Under his quiet exterior, however, was a vein of humor, and no man had a higher appreciation of the humorous and ludicrous than he. Colonel, my men tell me the Yanks have a lot of nigger soldiers along. Do you think your reserves will fight niggers? Fight 'em? By God, sir, they'll eat 'em up. No, not eat 'em up. That's too much. By God, sir, we'll cut 'em up.
Why did you come up here with those niggas?
No.
Where will you have it? The back of the face.
I'm a Union officer.
Garbage.
We were all in trouble. I was witnessing a massacre. No one was spared, not even the Negroes. They were rounded up and murdered in a frenzy brought on by Felix Robertson, Champ Ferguson, and Silas Sims. You came for some salt. There. Now take some! Take some. Not even the great Breckenridge could stop it. Stop it! Stop it. We failed to destroy the Saltville. Saltville! Saltville. He was a bright, handsome young man, Chesterfieldian in manner, possessing wondrous fluency of speech, a conspicuous figure in any assemblage, polite as the politest Frenchman, gentle and refined as any lady, a superb cavalier, intrepid as Henri of Navarre. His vocabulary seemed to be coextensive with an unabridged dictionary, and with ease and facility he constructed sentences containing the purest gold of the English language. I never saw a more graceful figure on horseback, erect and handsome. He was the impersonation of the ideal cavalier, a veritable Prince Rupert, an attractive martial figure. I began to become addicted to my salt rations. The meat wasn't even enough for me. I craved only the pure brine. And in my mind, I recounted what Silas Sims had done to that poor lieutenant. I couldn't help but think I had seen that same image before. Nickel! Nickel! Oh, great Saltville, predecessor to Dolphin Island and Waliska, Poland, what is your history? What can you tell us? Your salt springs have preserved your history well, the Isham and iliac of frogs, but no human remains. This was hunting ground for the woolly mammoth and mastodon, the muskox, Jeffersonian sloth. O great Ice Age Indian, would you leave your brother behind, who was injured in the hunt? Why would you leave your brother behind, who was wounded in battle? To be buried in Brody Bottom. To have their bones broken by the pigs. The first inhabitants of the Saltville area were the great Ice Age beasts that were drawn to this valley by the plentiful salt springs. Ice Age man, in turn, was drawn here by the presence of this wild game, but they too were satiated by the nourishing salt waters.
In time, American Indians inhabited this valley. They too were drawn here by the abundance of wildlife and the salt springs. They revered the salt and called it their magical white powder. They perfected salt extraction methods by using wood logs and evaporation techniques. By the 1750s, white settlers had descended into the area and encroached on the Indians' land. Many fights ensued and the white settlers eventually prevailed. Some of the more benevolent Indians shared their knowledge of salt extraction methods with the white settlers. And with the abundance of salt in the area, industrialists eventually set up the Preston Salt Works, which is now known as the King Salt Works, the very same ones we will now destroy.
In the 11 weeks since I was here last, something has changed. I feel somehow connected with this place. The history, the events of the first battle, which I'll never forget. I don't even recognize anyone from the first battle. Everyone's new, except for John Breckenridge. And he knows what a handsome and imposing appearance he makes. Tall, straight, dignified. He's the ideal Kentuckian among Kentuckians. Elegantly apparelled, his bearing is indeed knightly. Boys, he'll do. Any grand? I can't destroy the place. I can't destroy it. I'm drawn here. I'm drawn here. I belong here. I belong. I belong. Salt Lick. Saltville. 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 Saltville.
Saltville, 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 Saltville.
Must destroy the Saltville. Must destroy the Saltville. Saltville. Destroy the Saltville. Destroy the Saltville. Destroy. Destroy. Destroy the Saltville. Nacko. Nacko. I can't destroy it. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. John.
John.